Hey guys, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this is not working. Well, the draft is in the books, it's done, and of course we're going to be looking at, who the Cowboys got and how they fit and all that stuff, but the work never ends. And it's amazing to me because everybody's saying to me, man, Mark, great job with the draft and everything else. Rest. And I don't know what that means. Does that mean I should go take a nap? Does that mean I should just sit around? That's not me. For me, what's resting is actually I feel better when I'm doing something. I literally go crazy if I'm not doing something. I feel like I need to be productive. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm working on the front of my house and also on the back of the house and working on some Joe Barty trophies and things like that. And I've literally had a war. This maple tree and me have had our problems. Now, right now, I'm okay with the maple tree because all the damn helicopters have fallen off of it. But it's the last tree to get the leaves on it. It drops off. Look at all these damn, look at them, helicopters. And see, look up here in the gutters. They're going to grow in the gutters and all that. So I'm going to get my ladder, going to get my leaf blower, and I'm going to get up there and I'm going to try and blow them all out before it rains on them. Then I'm going to rake them up. And I got some mulch because I'm going to mulch. Now, look, see, look here. Look at this. See, this is why I haven't mulched all this, because I got all these damn helicopters that are going to try and grow and become little trees. And I'm trying to get my grass to grow in here, so I'll rake those out. And I got my lawn sprinkler, so start sprinkling it. And we're going to try and beautify this some. See, for me, when I get finished at the end of the day and I look at it and it looks good, that's relaxing, that's resting, that makes me feel good, and that's what I'm going to do. Along with that, I've got some new planters that I got that are going to be really, really good, and I got a whole bunch of, look at this, I've got a whole bunch of pepper plants, and we're going to be planting those today. And I'm going to show you how you can have actually a great garden no matter how little space you got. If you've got a window and some sunshine, you can have a garden. So let's get started. All right, so I'm back home here, and I've actually, forgive me, my hair is really, I got sprayed by the hose because I'm watering the grass and stuff because I'm trying to get my grass to grow. But what I want to show you is this window gets a lot of afternoon sun. And so I've got some rosemary here. I've got aloe vera that's growing in the window. Look at that basil. Oh my goodness. And you can go through your home centers, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. They all have all kinds of spices. And you can plant them in a window just like this. And when you touch the rosemary, you can smell it. It's got, of course, that evergreen smell. The same thing with the basil, the oregano. You can get all kinds of herbs and just grow in a window just like this. And when you're cooking, oh, it's incredible because you got those fresh herbs. Now, let me show you some other things. A small deck. Here's one more idea for you. We actually got these containers actually like on Amazon last year. So I built like a rack for it. Now, the only problem with this is you literally have to make sure you water these every day because they're like pouches and they don't hold a lot of water, so they dry out really, really quickly. But you can see we got some basil there, we got some sage, some oregano and stuff in here. You got lots of fresh herbs here all in one place, and you can actually cover up your wall. And here, of course, you see I use a lot of rosemary. The rosemary bushes, the great thing about rosemary, oh, we got a little, oh, looks like that got hit. Broken, poor thing. I guess I'll use that on my steak tonight. The nice thing about rosemary is it'll just stay and grow and grow and grow every year as long as you take care of it. Same thing with like your thyme. Your thyme will come back every year. So it's great because you plant it in the flower pot, and depending on how cold your climate is, it'll come back next year, so you only have to buy it once. So that's a different idea on where you can have some fresh herbs and things like that. Now, I've got another one. I've actually found these planters actually at Home Depot, and I'm actually going to do something a little different, and I'm going to show you those. Okay, so last year I had tons and tons of flower pots where I put tomato plants and pepper plants and stuff, and just had them down on the bottom here, which worked. The only thing was they kind of got crowded, and because of the handrail and stuff, they would actually not get quite as much light down low. They would once they got taller, but it also kind of blocked a lot of the deck. So we have a table over here, so we have chairs and stuff, and it's kind of like you're eating in a jungle. We don't want people to feel like they're eating in the jungle. So what I've actually found is these planters are actually really, really nice. And I actually bought them Home Depot. You know, Home Depot, you should sponsor me. I'm not getting paid for this, but I should. These are great because they sit on the railing and they're actually pretty good size. So this is almost actually like 1.5 of my regular flower pots that I actually planted some of my peppers in. So what I'm gonna do, and this is a great thing, because they're up on top of the railing, it ends up being that they really and truly get a lot of sunlight and stuff on here. They actually get more because the railing's not blocking it. Now here's the cool thing. As this grows, not if you got neighbors that you don't want to see what you're doing, you know, if you're out here doing something that you don't want people to see, this will actually build like a screen depending on what you're planting here. So I have like right here, this one right here is some nice colored early flame jalapeno peppers. And these are actually going to be green and red. And so this plant will grow about so tall. And then you'll see the colorful pepper plants and stuff on there. You can see there's a little baby pepper there already. You'll see the colorful peppers and stuff on here. So I got cayenne peppers, I've got poblano peppers, I got habaneros, which are orange. And so we'll have a whole wall of all of this color from the plants. It's gonna be great. So one, we can give ourselves a little more privacy. Two, we can have a lot of color and stuff out here on the deck. Three, we can actually eat, and actually, you know, having more plants around things also helps to take up some of the CO2. And some of the plants, if you plant them, that are aromatic, also keep the bugs away. Things like marigold flowers and stuff. Some of the spices, the mosquitoes and things don't like the scent of them. I love it myself, and if it keeps the bugs away and I can eat, I'm happy. So let's get to work over here planting some of our new wall, and we're going to be able to check on this later. All right, so I bought a whole bunch of plants. I bought a lot of plants. They got a whole lot of money out of me today, but it's okay because I'm happy because I'm going to be eating out of this, okay? I will be eating some of this. So here, we'll look at some of the plants we got. Here we go. Of course, this is going to be coming back, so I'm only buying this once. But this is German thyme. German thyme is actually really good on your meats and stuff. This and the rosemary with some pepper and salt, you can make a great crust. Oh, it's fantastic. So I love that. Here, we have some cilantro. Now, the only bad thing about cilantro is it grows really, really quick, and I use a lot of cilantro. I mean, this isn't tons of it. But it doesn't last that long. It'll actually go to seed and have yellow flowers on it, which are pretty, but it makes it bitter. So you have to use the cilantro. But I'll pinch and take a few leaves and spice up the food with that. So they're a little dry. They need to water them better at the store. And let's see. Here, that's a bell pepper. Now, here's the thing. Here's what people look at. You go to the store and you see a little teeny tomato plant and all that, and it's like $1.49. But then you see really big ones. Oh, you look at that one. Oh, that one's big, and that one's $20. Well, guess what? That big one started out like this. And you're actually better off having the smaller one to be able to grow into the bigger flower pot. And see, like tomato plants, they like to be in deep. So when you go to try and transplant them and they've already got blooms and all that, you're kind of shocking it while it's trying to do fruit. So you're actually better off getting smaller, less expensive ones. Yeah, you really are. Now, some of these plants will get really, really big. Some of them will stay kind of smaller. So you want to find out, because if there's kind of a smaller ones, you can actually put like 2 pepper plants like into this flower pot. If it does start getting really big, too big, what you can do is transplant it later on, you know, into a bigger pot and separate them all. But we're going to go ahead and use up all of these. Now, the other thing on this, the nice thing was, these were only about $9 each. They're plastic, they're black, and it'll give me actually a good coordinated look out here. Excuse me. Ow. I think I ate a bug. Ah. Ugh. Extra protein. All right, so let's start planting. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Okay, so first thing, I know what you're saying. You stuck your hand in dirt. No, I did not stick my hand in dirt. I did not stick my hand in dirt at all. I stuck it in soil. There's a difference. My mother used to always say, when I'd say, oh man, I need to get some dirt. She said, no. Dirt is dirty. Soil is full of nutrients and gives life. There's a big difference. This is soil, potting soil, that will give life. So on the bottom of this, I have a couple inches of gravel, which will help to aid in the drainage. So water can sit down there, the roots can grow, and they can grab plenty of water. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and put my cilantro in here. Just going to make a little spot like that. So I'm going to get my dry. Look at this. That's a damn shame. But when was the last time they watered this? Now what you'll notice is, you see how the roots are all wrapped up in there? So what we want to try and do is, we want to try and pull the roots out gently. You're going to break a few of them, but that's okay. Just try not to just like rip it apart. But you want to be able to let the roots get free so they can spread around inside of it. All right? We're going to put that one right there. We're going to make another little hole right here. Yeah, now you can see this one, it's got a little bit more moisture. Shout out to them for watering that one. I forgot that poor baby. Again, spread those roots just a little bit. Okay, so we got those in there. The essence of life. Agua. Plenty of water in there because they're new to the neighborhood, okay? They're thirsty. And we want them to have plenty of water to absorb in so that way they can start growing. All right, there we go. There we go. Oh, yeah, buddy. And gently push some soil around it. Now what's going to happen, if you do have some plants that are a little dry, they'll weep a little bit. But as soon as they absorb that water, they'll kind of pop back up because they're feeling good and they'll get into their system. Now over here, I already have this one right here. This is actually some Thai basil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, this is going to be like my basil garden. So over here, I have some regular basil that we're going to put in here. So we can put quite a bit of this because this doesn't grow really, really big. And, you know, I end up taking a lot of this when I end up cooking stuff. So if I'm doing like some faux soup and all that, I'll use lots of the Thai in there and so on. So again, see our roots are kind of bound in there. Pull them apart just a little bit. Make ourselves a little hole. Get another one in here. And another one. There we go. And so you can put all kinds of different vegetables and stuff in there. And what I'm going to do with this one right here, since these aren't going to last for the whole season, I think I'm going to take one of my thyme plants and I'm going to put this in the corner so that way I can use up more of that space, and this will be here when those guys go. Yeah. And then you've got the different levels, because this will kind of drape over the side of it, which is kind of pretty like ivy. And then these will grow up tall, so it'll give you depth and height. Did I make that up? Okay. We're going to turn you just a little bit more. There we go. Like that. So you drape, oh yeah, that's pretty. And that's it. Look at that. And In about a week, these will be up here real nice and tall, and this is going to look great. All right, so you can see I've got my pepper plants in the middle. I have some of the herbs because they're not going to last but a few weeks or so, and it's going to take a lot of time for those pepper plants to really grow and take over. And so we'll end up getting these out now. We'll end up having more of our wall to, you know, give us our color and stuff, and we'll be having lots and lots of peppers. So I'll be checking back in to show you guys where we are with this, and probably do some cooking videos with some of them. Oh, got some soil on my hands. I'm Mark Holmes, and you can have a garden at home too. I'll see you later.